Hi, good evening. I've spent a lovely day teaching my Reiki level 2 class to 3 lovely students, and one of the questions that came up is how to explain what Reiki is. And it's a question that I get asked and have been asked loads over the last sort of 10 years. And I was trying to describe it, and it's a very difficult thing to describe. But I realised when you really break it down, literally what Reiki does is it just helps people. It helps people to feel calmer. It helps people to feel less stressed. And it helps people to really start to become more in tune with their emotions and with their well-being. So in a nutshell, that's what it is. It's about helping people, and it's about helping you to feel calmer and less stressed in a very basic nutshell. There is more to it than that, but that is very basically what Reiki can do. Some of the questions that I most commonly get asked, which I thought I'd put on here just in case anyone does have these questions. The most common one after what is Reiki is it done naked? No. Reiki is done with your clothes on, okay? Fully clothed. Depending on the client, you can either do it hands-on or you can do it hands-off and work just above the person. So for example, if you don't really like being touched, you can tell your Reiki therapist that you don't want to be touched, and what they'll do instead is they'll just work around you, okay? So it still works because the Reiki therapist is basically setting the intention that they're going to channel the universal energy through them. So basically they open up what's called that crown chakra. The energy comes through and it comes out through your hands and it goes to the client, okay? So whether you're hands on or hands off, the energy is still going to go to that person. So that's the second question I get asked. The other thing we're talking about today was distance healing. Now, I said that when I first learned my Reiki level 2 back in 2009, I was very skeptical about how Reiki could work via distance, okay? So even though I learned how to do it, I never actually used it or tried to use it because I couldn't get my head around the fact that you could send this energy to someone in a different country or to someone in a different place. And it's only really been since sort of January this year where I've started learning more about how energy and vibration works, which means I've become more open to it and I've started offering it to people. So far, the feedback I've had is that they can feel it. So they might feel it, and it's very similar. So when you're a Reiki client, there are different feelings that you might have. So you might feel heat, you might feel cold, you might feel some tingling, you might see colors, you might see images, and you might not feel anything, okay? So because physically and energetically wise, we are all unique, we are all very different, not like people never have the same experience. Every single person's experience of Reiki is different, and it brings up different things for them. So like when the person is here having the treatment, when you're doing the distant healing, then it works in a similar way. So the person, you agree a time and you agree the date. The person who is receiving Reiki will sit in a comfortable position, or they might lie down, and the Reiki therapist will then at the same time set the intention that they're going to send healing to that person, okay? And so the client who's in the different country or whatever may feel exactly the same as if they were there in a treatment. They might feel tingling, they might feel heat, they might feel cold, they might see images, yeah? And it's all about intention setting, which is a massive thing. So just to sort of recap, Reiki is either hands-on or hands-off, depending on the client. It is done fully clothed. It can be done in person or it can be done via distance, okay? So they're the main sort of questions that generally come up when we're talking about Reiki. But like I said, when you get down to the bare bones, all of these alternative therapies that are out there and different treatments are just about helping you to shift any stuff that you've got, anything you've picked up, through your life, anything that just doesn't need to be there. All of these therapies just help you to release and to come back to being you. So for those of you who didn't know what Reiki is, I hope that's answered some questions. And if you want to share this video, because people have been asking you maybe what it is, then feel free to do so. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow night for my Pay As You Feel readings. Okay, see you later.